Today on People Now.
Blake Lively steps out after baby number 2.
And I dream of going up to her and sitting next to her and taking her in my arms and saying, look.
Clinton gets emotional about mom.
Show me the girl.
Look at her. What if she is the one?
Find out why the new Beauty and the Beast movie is breaking records ahead of its release.
Do you know how your favorite royal couples met and fell in love?
Find out how people's sexiest man alive keeps his body rocking.
Plus,
it's not all bad. There's something common that changes things.
Gold Rush star Todd Hoffman is keeping us in suspense.
I can't take it.
Will they find gold? That's the big question. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to People Now. Here's what you need to know and what's trending, starting with this. Brooke Mueller has been hospitalized after she and her twin sons went missing. The Utah Department of Public Safety announced this on Wednesday. TMZ is reporting that on Tuesday night, Mueller, ex-wife of Charlie Sheen, walked into a Salt Lake City bar barefoot with her kids, Bob and Max, and the family nanny. While in the bar, Mueller and the nanny got into an altercation, causing someone to call the police. Early Wednesday morning, the Salt Lake City Police Department attempted to locate Mueller before a source told People that, quote, the boys are fine and with their nanny, and that Brooke went off her medications and is being treated for the issue now. A statement regarding the incident reads, on the morning of November 16th, dispatchers with the Utah Department of Public Safety received a welfare check call from a woman claiming to be the mother of Brooke Mueller. Troopers with the Utah Highway Patrol responded to the welfare check call and located Mueller, her 2 children, and a nanny on Interstate 15 near Nephi, Utah. The statement continues, the children are safe and will be released to family. Mueller was taken to an area hospital for evaluation. The State Bureau of Investigation is currently investigating the incident. We do not have any more information to release at this time. Well, earlier this year, a source told People that Mueller had checked herself into rehab, and it was not the first time that Mueller had sought help. Charlie Sheen responded to the situation in a statement to TMZ saying, I'm just trying to get my kids home safe. I have no other details that relate to the ongoing event. Mueller wed Sheen in 2008 and they filed separate divorce petitions in 2010. But sources say Mueller has seemed content recently and was casually dating skincare creator Peter Thomas Roth before the incident on Tuesday night. The source describes the rumored romance, saying, he met Brooke in LA. They had lunch. He went to the Hearst Castle benefit with her, which was the last time he saw her. The last time he spoke to her was around 11 yesterday morning. They were dating, not exclusively. He was newly single after almost 20 years with wife Noreen. It's like anyone who is going through divorce. You just kind of go out. Well, make sure to stay on people.com for breaking details on this story.
And I dream of going up to her and sitting next to her and taking her in my arms and saying, look at me and listen. You will survive. You will have a family of your own, 3 children. And as hard as it might be to imagine, your daughter will grow up to be a United States Senator, represent our country as Secretary of State, and win more than 62 million votes for President of the United States.
Hillary Clinton was honored at the Children's Defense Fund's 26th Beat the Odds celebration on Wednesday night. And in her first post-election speech, Clinton got emotional talking about her mother, Dorothy Howell Rodham, who passed away in 2011. Dorothy, pictured here at granddaughter Chelsea Clinton's 2010 wedding, was abandoned by her parents at only 8 years old, but went on to raise 3 successful children, including Clinton. And during her speech, Clinton admitted it was not easy to attend the event just 1 week after the election. Watch.
I will admit, coming here tonight wasn't the easiest thing for me. There have been a few times this past week when all I wanted to do was just to curl up with a good book or our dogs and never leave the house again. But if there's anyone who knows how to pick yourself up and get back on your feet and get to work, it is Marion.
Well, Clinton started her career working for Children's Defense Fund founder Marion Wright Edelman 45 years ago and was honored Wednesday night for her dedication and contributions to child advocacy and the Children's Defense Fund over the years. And during her speech, Clinton also addressed her supporters' disappointment with the results of the presidential election. Watch.
I know many of you are deeply disappointed about the results of the election. I am too. more than I can ever express. But as I said last week, our campaign was never about one person or even one election. It was about the country we love and about building an America that is hopeful, inclusive, and big-hearted.
And Clinton also stressed the importance of staying engaged even though the election is over, telling Americans to never give up. Watch this.
I ask you to stay engaged. Stay engaged on every level. We need you. America needs you. Your energy, your ambition, your talent. That's how we get through this. That's how we help to make our contributions to bend the arc of the moral universe toward justice. I know this isn't easy. I know that over the past week, a lot of people have asked themselves whether America is the country we thought it was. The divisions laid bare by this election run deep. But please listen to me when I say this. America is worth it. Our children are worth it. Believe in our country, fight for our values, and never, ever give up.
All right, so by now we all know that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is our sexiest man alive, and we are all pretty happy about it. But how does the former wrestler look like he does? Well, guys, it takes some serious commitment and planning. So if you want to try and get that rock hard bod, check this out.
Generally, I'll wake up between 4 and 4:30. Well, there's a reason behind it. It's not just crazy. There's a method. There's a strategy behind this. It's because if I have to be at work shooting by, say, 8 o'clock, I have to arrive on set by 6:45, 7. Therefore, I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. If I know I'm going to be shooting on a location, it requires months of setup. So I generally set up a gym, a private gym, that's either on my property or very close by in a warehouse. I'll rent out the warehouse, rent the equipment, ship the equipment, just so by the time I get into the location and I'm ready to work, it's a turnkey operation. So I get there, bring my family in, family set up at the house, everybody has everything that they need, and the gym is ready for me, and it's generally always private. Again, it could be a warehouse, it could be a really not appealing place, not pretty. We don't need it to be pretty. So yeah, but I usually have everything set up prior. Generally train about 5 days a week, and then there's 2 days off. So sometimes there's 2 days off in a row that I take. Sometimes there's a day off in the middle of the week and a day off on the weekend. You really got to give your body a rest. We got a saying, which is you want to be the hardest worker in the room, but you also want to be the smartest worker. I'll switch it up. So on one day I'll do chest and I'll do abs, and then the next day I'll do back and calves. And the next day I'll do quads and hamstrings and glutes. Then maybe I'll take a day off, and the next day I'll do shoulders. So today, for example, I train chest and abs and core, and it is a combination of, it's generally all free weights. Because using free weights compared to a machine, for me personally, it just requires more balance, and you're having to control the weight. So I'll probably do somewhere between, I would say 12 to 15 reps, 3 to 4 sets, and there's a lot of sweat going on. There's a lot of inaudible grunting. This is what happens. A lot of it, but from now on, it's actually sexy. The cardio I do generally is a low impact cardio, so generally it's on an elliptical. It's easier on my joints. I'm like the Bionic Man. I've got surgery. So yeah, generally it's an elliptical, low impact. If I do it after my workout, it's about 20 minutes after my workout. If I do it before on an empty stomach, as soon as I wake up, it's about 35 minutes. So there's a thought process behind that. So there are some people who buy into doing cardio on an empty stomach. So when you do cardio, the thought is when you do cardio on an empty stomach for 20 or 30 minutes, there's no calories of food that you have to burn after breakfast. So you're automatically burning your fat. It's a good thought process. It has worked, and it's worked for me in the past, depending on whatever role I'm preparing for. But these days, I throw cardio at the end of my workout. Total time with my workouts with free weights and with cardio is generally about an hour and 15 minutes.
Man, that is some major dedication. Stay tuned, though, because our Sexiest Man Alive reveals the food he eats in a day to keep him looking and feeling good. And Nina, that is a big happy Thursday to everyone here.
I know.
It's been a very stressful week watching these workout videos of The Rock. I mean,
I'm just
it's hard.
waiting for like more of the shirtless pics.
I know.
No lie.
But he looks great. Nina, you have
does.
even more trending news for us.
I do. Blake Lively is giving us all major style goals this morning after making her first red carpet appearance since giving birth to her second child with husband Ryan Reynolds. The 29-year-old looks stunning in a black dress that featured a plunging neckline, pockets, and sheer sleeves. Lively, model Carly Kloss, and Eva Longoria were in New York Wednesday night for L'Oreal's Women of Worth Awards, which helps give a national platform to women working for important causes. At the event, Lively honored Carly Yost, the founder of the Children Rescue Coalition, which gives law enforcement access to information that helps track, arrest, and convict those who use the internet to harm young children. Here's what Blake had to say about Carly and the event. Watch.
The woman that I'm honoring tonight, Carly's 34 years old, and she started a program that helps find child predators. And she's already found 7,500 predators, saved 2,500 children, and she just started this company. So it just, it really puts things into perspective, and it's nice to be able to give back to them.
The movie isn't even out yet, and it is already breaking some crazy records. The trailer for Beauty and the Beast has been viewed more than 127 million times in the first 24 hours of its release. That is more than any other trailer in history. Emma Watson, who stars as one of our favorite Disney princesses, Belle, posted the trailer to her Facebook page this past Monday. After her post, 27 million fans rushed to catch a glimpse of the new Belle. 50 Shades Darker previously held the record with 114 million views in just 24 hours back in September. And before that, Star Wars The Force Awakens had 112 million views on its first day. Beauty and the Beast hits theaters on March 17th of next year.
We know where the animals are that are being killed. We know through which ports, airports, and highways their products are being shipped from killing field to marketplace. And we know which markets are fueling the demand for the entire trade. We can win this battle. And in doing so, we can take a small but very important step in reminding ourselves that we are capable of rising to the challenges of our age.
That was Prince William in Vietnam on Wednesday, who was there to speak at a conference on illegal wildlife trade. He also met with some Vietnamese school children and spoke about the educational rhino project and conservation issues. The royal also took some time to play a game of soccer, or football as they say, with the students. Well, welcome to Vietnam, Prince William. And things are continuing to heat up between Prince Harry and American actress Meghan Markle. A friend of the Suits star tells people exclusively in this week's issue it's an absolute fairy tale for Meghan. She's head over heels for Harry. According to the friend, Meghan's also making an effort to make her life more private than before. She is doing everything she can to make the relationship work. If she had to leave all that she's doing in order for this to work, she would without hesitation. It's a very serious relationship. She wants a future with Harry. The couple has been fitting in some time to see each other when possible. In fact, Markle made a short trip to London last week to see the prince. While Harry was attending public engagements, she got busy cooking for him in the kitchen at Kensington Palace after picking up some groceries at a nearby Whole Foods. Well, love is certainly in the air for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's fairy tale romance. And on that note, we are going to close out this royal record with your favorite current royal romances. Take a look. Todd Hoffman from Discovery's Gold Rush. Welcome, Todd. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm excited because Todd brought this gold nugget for me. Look at this bad boy. So how much is this worth?
That one there is probably about $25,000 because you get a little bit more than just spot price. So that's about 9 or 10 ounces, and then you can actually double that, sometimes triple that if it's a nice looking nugget. So.
$25,000. It was so nice of you to bring this for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Must to you.
All right, I'll give it back.
Give me that back.
All right, I'll give it back. Give me that gold, Todd. Todd Hoffman, the creator and star of the hit reality show Gold Rush, always knows the right places to strike it rich. The show is currently in its 7th season, airing Fridays at 9 p.m. on the Discovery Channel. It's also our Toyota People Pick of the day. So when Todd came into the People Now studios, I had to ask the question fans are dying to know from Team Hoffman. Are they going to finally dig up that Oregon gold, or, as things look like right now, leave empty-handed? Take a look.
It's tough. You're gonna watch me as a leader really struggle this year, and struggle in my decisions. When you have, it's all fun. Like last year, I dug up $3.3 million in gold. This year you're watching me, struggle with not getting gold, and so now your team, starts to struggle and they start to break apart, and there's tension. There's some things that happen that I gotta be honest with you, that we're not really that proud of, that are coming in the show, and I'm hoping that it doesn't look too bad. I'm hoping that people can grab something out of it, maybe a lesson, or maybe they're having a hard time at work, things aren't going good, because a lot of people come home and they've had a hard time at work too. It's not always easy. I'm gonna be honest with you, this year was the hardest season out of 7, but it's not all bad. There's something coming that changes things. Okay, that's all I can say about it.
I don't know. Are they going to find gold? The suspense is killing me.
Oh
we'll
my
have
gosh.
to wait and see. But I will say, if they do strike rich, I want that nugget. He should come back in.
I don't know though.
It's just one little nugget,
we should
no big
play
deal.
rock, scissors, paper for that interview, because I feel like I need some gold in my life. I like shiny things.
Next time.
In any case, we've got even more news coming at you. Stay with us and meet the hero who is upgrading homeless shelters in Detroit. Plus, Madonna gives us a special sneak peek.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
It's time now for our daily focus. Caleb White decided he wanted to make a difference when he was only 6 years old after seeing a homeless person while out in Detroit. Since then, Caleb has made it his mission to provide support for anyone in need in Detroit by handing out care packages, including hats, socks, hand warmers, food, and handwritten notes. Now a freshman in high school, Caleb is not slowing down. In April, he coordinated 3,000 Detroit youths to build mini libraries for shelters in Detroit. And Caleb is joining us live. Welcome, Caleb. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. It's so nice to have you here. Now, take me back to that first day. You decided you wanted to help people. You were only 6 years old, but you felt that something had to be done. So how did you come up with this idea of giving out care packages?
Yeah, so I was actually at the circus, and I remember going from the circus to my car, and I remember in those few seconds, it was just so cold, and, you know, waiting for the heat to kick in, everybody has that feeling. And then as we were driving, I saw somebody on the side of the road, and at that time, I didn't know why he was there, and to me, it didn't really matter. I just immediately wanted to help. So I asked people in my family for donations of hats and gloves and food and things like that, and they delivered. So just before Christmas, I hit the streets of Detroit with my parents and my 10 boxes of supplies, and I think that's where the Homeless Project started.
Wow, so amazing. You're so young, and to kind of see that and want to do something is amazing. Since starting, you've handed out over 700 care packages. What's the response been like from all the people that you've helped and given these care packages to?
Oh, they're very thankful. I've had a few people, tearing up and hugging me because I don't think that they get a lot of people that, actually, care about them. And the response to, even with my friends, they're really helpful. So yeah, it's been a good response.
And what is your parents' reaction to you doing all this?
I think they love it. They're obviously very supportive, and they actually help me with so much of my projects, and I think that I wouldn't be able to do anything that I do without them.
Wow, so now you're a freshman in high school, you're managing both school and your organization. How do you find the time to manage this organization and school at the same time?
Well, I don't do it alone.
Yeah.
I have a lot of help. My family and my friends, they take on a ton of leadership roles. And I actually have a board of youth that help me with all my events. They plan and carry out events. So I think that I would definitely not be able to do the things I do without other people.
Yeah, so you have a team behind you. You recently organized 3,000 Detroit youths to help build mini libraries for shelters. That is a huge undertaking. You got it done. What's the next big project that you're working on?
Well, right now, we're doing our annual Christmas party. So we're getting different groups of people to sponsor veterans at a homeless shelter. And they're going to get what they would want and what they would need, and they're going to shop for them, and then come back, and we're going to have a big, Christmas party. And I think it's really good because a lot of the veterans, at the shelter don't get to spend a lot of time with their families. So I think that, having people around them really helps.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And what's the way that people who are not maybe living in the Detroit area, how can they get involved and provide support to the Caleb White Project?
Well, they can visit my website, which is calebwhiteproject.com. We always update it, so there's news of any projects or upcoming events. If anyone would want to volunteer, or even if you couldn't, make it down to any of the events, start something new, start something at a local school or food pantry. I always say that everything big starts somewhere small. And sometimes, it's those small things that make a big difference.
Well, Caleb, thank you so much. You're a true inspiration, truly a real-life hero among us. And for more information, please visit calebwhiteproject.com. Thank you.
The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Tracks. Dream Renee Kardashian is already our favorite Snapchat queen. The adorable baby girl may only be 1 week old, but that has not stopped her from making appearances all over Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian's social media accounts. Dream, who was born November 10th, seems to be following in the footsteps of her social media luminaunts, rocking super cute filters from the flower crown to the puppy ears. And it looks like Snapchat has finally noticed because, drumroll please, Dream now has her very own Snapchat filter. Yep, the newborn had a Snapchat made in her very honor. Rob posted this pic on Instagram with the caption, "Aw, Snapchat hooked it up with our own filter just for Mama and Papa. Woohoo!" Besides her own Snapchat filter, Dream also has her own Instagram account. As of today, Rob and Chyna's bundle of joy has over 550,000 followers. I mean, that is some serious social media game for someone who's only 7 days old. Looks like Auntie Kylie may have some competition. But speaking of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, we've got some Kendall news for you this morning. Although Madonna's segment has not yet aired, the star seems to be promoting her upcoming Rebel Heart Tour film, which debuts on Showtime December 9th. The film will reveal behind-the-scenes footage and show some of Madonna's performances from the leg of her Australian tour. The 55-city tour began in Montreal back in September 2015, and the 82 shows performed grossed over $100 million. Woo! Wow! It looks like Madonna is #killing it. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
It is a lot of food, yeah. I'm a growing boy. So specifically, I wake up in the morning and I have a little bit of caffeine. So I don't drink coffee. So I have some like energy drinks, some powders that I like to mix up, and they're all fruit flavor and grape and something apple and fun things like that. Because you got to make the caffeine fun. And then about an hour later, I'm having breakfast, which consisted of potatoes, sirloin, and egg whites. Next meal was chicken and rice, white rice. The next meal after that is 10 ounces of bison, 10 ounces of yum, with a cup and a half of white rice again. With some greens, I'll have a salad at that point. And then after that, I eat a chicken salad. Let's see, it's a little bit of coconut oil, some celery cut up, some onions cut up, grilled chicken breast all cut up. So it's a chicken salad. It's a little healthier version of chicken salad. There's about 10 to 12 ounces of that. And then there is 10 to 12 ounces of roasted potato with that meal. And then I'll have a salad with that meal. My last meal, which I will have about an hour and a half from now, is 10 egg whites and 3/4 cup of oatmeal with a scoop of peanut butter. But by the way, let me just clarify. I generally don't have that much carbs right before I go to bed. But I'm on a different diet now, right? Different training and different character. And I drink a lot of water, so I'm probably somewhere between 2.5 and 3 gallons of water a day. It's a lot. I stay hydrated.
He eats a lot of food. I wish I could eat that
All
much
the
food.
egg whites. I don't know if I.
Does it surprise you though? I mean, he's a big guy.
And I gotta say, like, his wife probably isn't cooking half that. Like, it's a private chef. So, must be nice.
All right, guys, coming up tomorrow, we have a Fashion Friday from Melissa McCarthy in honor of Gilmore Girls returning. Plus, we catch up with the cast of Fantastic Beasts, dishing on the newest installment in the Harry Potter universe.
Wow, that sounds fun.
I know.
Thank you guys so much for watching. And now we leave you with one last thing from Cheryl Ladd.
See ya.
I'm Cheryl Ladd, and this is One Last Thing. The last movie I saw was The Girl on the Train. Loved it. Great performances. And the last TV show that I'm the binge watching I'm doing right now is Poldark. Love Poldark. I'm not going to have any more Downton Abbey, so I'm a Poldark fan now.